We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I saw Final Reckoning this month. I saw Lilo and shit. That wasn't even clever. But the best movie I saw released this month was the Thunderbolts. I'm just genuinely happy to talk about Marvel in a positive light. After finding themselves ensnared in a death trap, 7 disillusioned cast-offs must embark on a dangerous mission that will force them to confront the darkest corners of their past. Well, maybe just Bob's past, but you know, thanks Letterboxd. They'll come and get the elephant out of the room, which I already got out of the room earlier, but I'm gonna get out of the room again now in case you missed it. I saw Mission Impossible. I've seen a bunch of Tom Cruise videos on my timeline that have endeared me to him. I love the way he eats popcorn. I don't understand it, but I love to admire it like a David Attenborough documentary. And that film didn't disappoint when it came to the stunts and the action, but I'm a Marvel guy and that can't be denied here. I'm gonna need you to go tell everyone we back up. In the month of May, at the very beginning, Marvel made my dreams come true, and all it took was a little bit of effort. Thunderbolts isn't revolutionary, it's not reinventing the wheel, but it has put the wheels at least back onto the wagon, and it feels like we are now moving again. Marvel outlines this project as the first one where we would maybe see a change, you know, after Brave New World going into the Thunderbolts, they were cutting back, and this was the first project from that new era of, you know, quality over quantity. And that means that if this one was bad also, we've completely lost it. And just the idea of going into this sort of change and the Thunderbolts still sucking, man, that would have really sucked. Looking forwards to Fantastic Four and Spider-Man and stuff. But it didn't. And there's not exactly Mission Impossible stunts in this film, although there is stunts, and a lot of it's in camera or on location. I really appreciate that stuff. This movie kind of flopped at the box office. I think Lilo and Stitch beat it in one day or a weekend. But I hope that doesn't become a deterrent for Marvel to, you know, fail to see the advantages of trying when it comes to their films, because like, I'm not just saying this, I genuinely noticed it while watching, and it was like a breath of fresh air for this company in recent times. And like, what does being back actually mean? It means probably something different to everyone else, but to me it just meant that there was like 3 basic things in the film. There was cohesion, direction, and there was craftsmanship. I know they may seem like the bare basics requirements of a movie, but I can tell you they haven't been. Like, it's not like my biggest problem with Marvel movies these past few years has just been me sitting down going, that's a big plot hole, or that one was a bit boring. Like, my disgust for them ran a lot deeper than that. It was kind of like every layer of this cake was baked with a disgusting lack of effort that I found insulting at times. To me, it felt like Marvel was just taking their Mickey, you know, and just like pushing the boat out further and further, just seeing how much they could get away with. And fools like me would sit there and still be served up whatever slop they'd give us. And most of the time I was sitting there on day one the movie came out, so I'm one of those fools. But it's nice that they've maybe heard that feedback, or even if it was just that they saw a dent in their pockets and that was why they changed. I don't care why they changed, they did change. And there weren't shots in this movie, like, it wasn't like every other shot is just aggressively lackluster or hard to look at. The script wasn't rewrote to hell. The comedy was woven into the script, so if you're not a massive fan of the comedy, it just works and fits in as just a part of dialogue anyway if you're not laughing. And the post-credit scenes, I mean, there's a gag and there's a tease for something that we'll actually see. I mean, is that too much to ask for? Like, the film's not perfect. There's maybe some things about the end that slightly changed, or things that are a little bit repetitive or cliche here and there. But like, none of that surface layered stuff, those creative decisions, really think that bothered me. I just needed to see something from Marvel in this project that would also promise that I would see it in future projects. And that thing was just a certain level of giving a fuck, you know? And I really felt that from watching this film. It feels like a lot of the marketing of this film was, hey, we give a fuck. And like, they was almost conscious about that. And people got excited about that. And I'm hoping that the box office doesn't put them off doing that in the future. And going forward, films can not be good and we can still be back. Like, Doomsday can be messy, Fantastic Four could maybe just miss the mark. Like, there can be bad films, there can be bad projects. Trust me, there were bad projects in phase 1, 2 and 3, but it's the more the how and the why they are. I mean, already you can see more effort in like Fantastic Four, the next film coming out, than Love and Thunder, Multiverse of Madness and Quantumania had altogether. Sorry for getting a little bit too dramatic there about what is a superhero film, but for a long time, until pretty recently, Marvel films were like the only films I even saw, or my mind was even open to, really, that I'd see each year like in the cinema. Love or loathe Marvel, for me anyway, they were still an entry point into watching movies, and now I'd like to think I watch quite a lot and a quite wide variety of them. Even though I like all these different films, all these different genres now, from varying budgets and film studios and stuff and distributors, still 2-3 times a year I like to come back on opening day and I like to watch my Marvel movies, and I would like them to be good, fun and competent, you know? But I don't just want to be back. You know, I look forward to Spider-Man, Brand New Day, and those X-Men movies, and I hope we can push beyond just being back, you know, because I think we can do better than just back. On screen is my Letterboxd score and review for the Thunderbolts. I look forward to another chat in June.